Hello and welcome back to the podcast. I'm Michael,
I'm Noy.
and we are the Knights of Entertainment, a podcast covering your favorite and unknown movies, games, comic books, anime, and more weekly. We appreciate you being here and hope you enjoy the show. This is what we are covering tonight.
All right, guys, we got a quick rundown of Chapter 1 of One Piece, the manga.
But before we do, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can enjoy this show on YouTube, Spotify, Rumble, Odyssey, and more. We also have membership tiers on those platforms if you'd like to support the channel, or you can check out buymeacoffee.com/KOA podcast.
All right, One Piece, man. The great One Piece. It's been on for like 25 years, all the way back in 1997, I guess.
Is it 97?
I don't know. If it was 25 years, it'd be like 98 or 9, wouldn't it? Maybe 1999.
I think it was 99.
Either way, it's eternal. Like, you could have been born and still be trying to finish One Piece.
Which is sad, but yes.
Right, so we start with Chapter 1. I'll give you a little rundown of what happened, and you can learn One Piece as we go. So basically, Chapter 1 is called Chapter Romance Dawn. And the very first page is the execution of Gold Roger. And he was the king of the pirates, the man that had pretty much earned or gained everything this world has to offer: wealth, fame, and power. And before he died, they should not have let him have his last words, because he told them, like, if you want my treasure, all of it, I left it all in one place. If you can find it, you can have it. And because of that, in that fucking line,
It sparked the whole thing.
it sparked the entire great age of piracy that's been going on since today in One Piece. So that happens. We skip over a few pages, and I don't know. It doesn't say the year after that happened, but we come to this little harbor town, and these pirates had recently made that their base of operations, like a year ago. They've been there for a year, and the manga goes out of the way. The chapter goes out of the way to tell you that the town is at peace.
Right.
So meaning that the pirates aren't malevolent. They're nice, I guess. And you meet Luffy, who's at the time in this first chapter 7 years old. And he idolizes these pirates because he's really good friends with the captain, his idol, Red Hair Shanks. And these are the red-headed pirates, the red-haired pirates. They are a lot more famous than they came out in this first chapter. So Luffy wants to prove himself to him, so his big idea is like, let me show you how tough I am, because he wants to join them on their next voyage, but he's 7, so they don't want him to go with him. It's dangerous, piracy. And so to prove he's brave, he fucking chops underneath his eyeball. His left eye, he fucking cuts himself real bad, because this scar is there for the rest of the fucking series. And of course, the pirates all freak out. They call him an idiot. And it blows over, and they go to the bar to chill. They're all relaxing. Shanks is making fun of Luffy. Luffy's arguing with Shanks, and it's just a lot of camaraderie. So then, of course, you need the conflict. So you fucking fly. So this mountain bandit, this whole group comes down from the mountains, led by this guy named Higuma the Bear. Like, he's called Higuma the Bear, but he's like thin as fuck. Like, he's not a bear, you know what I mean?
He doesn't have the bear build.
No, he's like just like a regular looking bandit. And like he considers him hot shit because he's worth 8 million berries. He's got a bounty on him. So they came down to the mountain not to cause any trouble to the village. They just want some beer. But the pirates have been there for a year, so all the beer in the bar is empty. The proprietor, Makino, she says we're out of beer. And Shanks is like, oh, I'm sorry, bro. Let me give you this consolation prize. So he gives him one bottle of alcohol. One bottle to be split with the whole bandit crew. Of course, Higuma hates that. That's ridiculous. So he fucking bashes it over Shanks' head. And there's no reaction from Shanks or his crew. Shanks like, damn. I just spilled all this fucking, glass on the floor. Mikuna, give me a broom and I'll clean it up for you. And Higuma's like, yo, what the fuck? He couldn't believe that. Like, I just cracked your fucking dome. And you want to clean? It's like, I got something for you to clean then. So he pulls out his fucking sword and he just fucking smashes all this glassware behind the counter. And it just all falls on Shanks. There's just glass everywhere. He mocks him, makes fun of him, and the bandits fucking leave. Because apparently the pirates aren't worth their trouble.
Right.
They leave. And all the pirates start fucking laughing. Like, oh, he got you good, Captain. Like you should have seen your face. All this like just like no threat to them apparently. The only one that's mad is Luffy.
Yeah.
Because he's still young, so he doesn't understand. And he's like, how could you let him treat you like that? It's fucking bullshit. And he storms off. Shanks grabs him and tries to stop him. And as Luffy walks off, his arms start stretching out like fucking super long. And they all fucking freak out. They're like, did you eat this fucking fruit that we had in this little chest? And one of the pirates draws a whole picture of the gum fruit.
Yeah.
It's called the gum fruit at the time. And he's like, yeah, I ate that for dessert. It tasted like shit. And they all fucking freak. Shanks tells them that was one of the sacred devil fruits, one of the rare treasures of the sea. And like, you're never going to be able to swim again now. And of course, Luffy, it's funny because Luffy couldn't swim to begin with, is what you find out early on. So it didn't make a difference.
It didn't make much of a difference.
Yeah, he couldn't swim at all. So there's nobody to learn now. And so now he's got rubber powers forever. Like he can stretch his body any way, shape, or form. Probably slap his face with his own dick if he wanted to. I bet you. I wonder if he's ever tried that. I know I would have. I'd have slapped the shit out of myself. So Shanks and them leave because they basically use the harbor, little town, as a base of operations to go out. It's like an actual pirate like tactic. Like they have a base, they go out, they raid, and then they come back to the base to resupply. That way you don't run out of supplies halfway through your trip.
Yeah.
Like the most realistic pirate thing of the whole fucking series. So they leave for a while. Luffy's bored. He hangs out with Makino a lot. I don't know if his mom or dad. He doesn't really say. Like, you know his dad, but you don't know his mom. So he just hangs out at the bar. And Higuma, the pirate, the mountain bandits come back to get some more beer. And they realize that the pirates are gone, and they mock him right in front of Luffy. Luffy flips, so he's like, "You can't talk about my friends like that." So he's gonna fight him, but instead they just beat the shit out of him. Like the bandit, he says something derogatory, or he attacks one of the mountain bandit, the bear, and they take him out front and beat the hell out of him. But Luffy's rubber,
Yeah.
so he's immune to blunt attacks, which is making them frustrated. So then I think they're going to take a sword and kill him.
Mhm.
But before they do, Shanks shows up. And he's like, this fucking fly's like legit right now. So Shanks gets there and he's like, hey, you can throw food at me. You can throw drinks at me. You can even spit on me. But don't you fuck with my friends. And so then now he's like ready to fight them. And one of the bandits is like, fuck you, and pulls a gun out, right? And like Shanks is like, hey, you shouldn't play with those. Like, or he's like, when you pull your gun out, you put your life on the line. And the bandit's like, what? And then he gets his fucking face shot off by one of his. He gets shot by, like, I want to say his second mate, like his second in command, because this guy was allegedly the one that stole the gum fruit to begin with. Like he's a big round fella.
Yeah.
Always eating like a fucking chicken leg. But apparently he's so stealthy, he was able to sneak up onto the ship and steal the gum fruit. Like he's like that. Like that's like his infiltrator, his sapper. So the bandits are like, whoa, what the fuck? And like, you just shot him out of nowhere. And Shanks is like, yeah, we're pirates. We don't play by the rules. Which I couldn't believe the bandits would say that. Like, that's not fair. That'd be like dumbest shit I've ever heard.
It's not fair, bro.
Like, you can't do that. So then, fucking Shanks is second in command. Yeah, his first mate. He's like, I'll take care of these, Captain. And he beats the shit out of all of them by himself. He, like, one guy lunged at him, right? He's like, he takes a smoke of a cigarette and he fucking shoves it right in his eyeball. He's like, oh, fuck. And he doesn't even shoot him. He like takes the blunt end of a rifle and clubs them to all of them. Higuma sees that his crew is just fucking wrecked. So for some reason he does the fucking ninja escape tactic and drops those fucking smoke grenades, and he just fucking disappears. I'm like, what the fuck? It's just so random because he doesn't look like a ninja or anything.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like a bear either. He just looks like a regular bandit. So he ends up flying off or taking a dinghy out to the sea to escape. Like, they'll never expect me to escape to the sea being a mountain bandit. I'm a goddamn genius. And, of course, like, he's got Luffy as a hostage. But I don't need you anymore. And he fucking throws him overboard. Then this fucking sea monster comes. It's just at the right time. And Luffy goes over, and the sea monster sees Higuma, so he just fucking eats him. So that's it for that guy. Yeah, Oda's tough to kill people, but there he is dead. That should have been 2 deaths so far. The one that got shot in the head, the bandit, and Higuma. So Luffy's about to get eaten. He's drowning. He can't swim. He's got the devil fruit. And out of nowhere, Shanks comes saves him. And like he's like floating for him, or like he's holding him to swim. So he's like in the water. There's no boat or anything. I guess he just fucking dipped in the water and caught him. He saves him. The sea monster's coming though, and Shanks uses his. At the time, you don't know why. He just stares the monster down. The monster freaks and runs away. And now you know that it's Conqueror's Haki, basically. Now, I'll tell you guys about that later as we move on to chapters. It's hard not to spoil things, being as I've already know, you know. And Luffy's like, "Oh, you saved me," but he lost. Shanks lost his whole fucking left arm. Now he's like I don't know how he's fucking holding Luffy and swimming. Like he must be kicking his legs like crazy. You know what I mean? Like you gotta be. There's no way you just float. You gotta be doing something.
Just kidding.
He's just fucking kicking away. So a little bit further in, you know, Shanks lost his arm, but everything's all good. They're finally planning to leave for the long haul, right? Like this is their last. This is their next voyage, and then they go north. So Luffy decided, like, fine, that's okay. Like he doesn't want to go with them anymore. Like he's gonna start his own crew and be king of the pirates one day. And Shanks is like, "Oh, okay." So he gives him his straw hat as a gift. And he says, like, when you become a big name, bring this hat back to me. And I'll see you then. And he fucking leaves. And then it cuts to 10 years later. Luffy's now 17. He's on his little fucking dinghy boat. Like a boat not needed or not built for fucking long distance sea travel, you know? And that's the boat he's taking. And before he leaves, the fucking sea monster from 10 years ago comes back up, and he uses his gum pistol attack to fucking sock him in the face. Like basically like I guess it's like a slingshot. No, we're not a slingshot, more like a kind of like a cannon.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, he's using his rubber arm to stretch it all the way, but it's like you're getting hit at the very end. I don't know how much power I guess it's powerful enough because it knocks the fucking sea beast out cold. And off he goes. And one of the most important things he says, because Oda never says anything without actual meaning. I don't think he just says words just to fill in space.
Right.
Everything he says has a reason, is what I feel like he does.
I mean, look at the expansiveness.
Yeah, like the little words that may have huge meaning later on, like years later. Luffy said, like, I need to build a crew first before I become king of the pirates. So let me find 10 men. He says men, but, you know, there's females on the team too. So he said 10. So far there's 9 or 8, but there's not 10 yet. So a lot of people ask how many crew members he's going to finally have.
10.
I'm going to go with 10. That's what he said at the beginning. That's what he's going to have. He's had temporary allies that became crew members that no longer are part of his crew. Like his permanent crew right now is still not at 10. So we'll see if he keeps it at 10.
So he might end up.
It also locks him though, like in his fucking like, damn, I can't change it then.
That was all a metaphor.
It's like, fuck, it's 11.
That was supposed to be 10 men.
No, oh yeah, 10. That's a good point. It might be. And like with 10 men, but like the females as well.
Right.
That'd be wild. So that's it for chapter 1.
Well, at least he has the leeway to.
Right. You'd have some fucking space. Maybe he did do that. Damn, Oda, you fucking genius. But that's it for One Piece. Chapter 1, Romance Dawn. Tune in next Monday for chapter 2. I don't know the chapter name.
So how do you think the Netflix adaptation did with that?
With that?
With that chapter?
Oh, they didn't, did they? I don't remember seeing him. I guess he was a kid. It did okay. I mean, I love it. I love that One Piece. I love that all the characters are the perfect fit for their character. The only thing I wish it was as Arlong had been taller and a different looking nose. That's it. I mean, like the adaptation is what they could do with live action.
Right.
Like they crunched it in a lot, but it's fine with me. I loved it. A Monkey D. Luffy. He can't say Monkey D. Luffy, right? But he sure does act like him.
And they didn't give him sandals.
Yeah, which people like at first were like, and then like now it's like I don't really give a fuck.
Exactly. But I've seen that going around for a long time. He's not gonna have fucking sandals.
I mean, like,
I think nobody cares.
No one cares. You got Buggy that all the women were fucking jizzing over. They were fucking like foaming at the mouth for Buggy. They were like, they wanted that clown cock.
And it detaches.
And it detaches. That shit'll just shove all the way up you. and come out your fucking mouth. So we're on an adventure for One Piece. Let's see if we can get there before Oda does.
Sadly enough, probably by the time this is all done.
We'll know when we'll know when we're gonna. He knows. He does have a phrase that he said. He's not a phrase, but he said something about how you will finally know when we're very, very near at the end of One Piece.
Right.
He's like, the day you see a character with an eye patch in One Piece, that's the very end of One Piece. Close to the
There are none that have eye patches, are there?
No.
I don't even think about that.
That one person that with the eye patch is the signal for the end of One Piece. And I think I know who it is. Tune in for episode 1096.
It'll end up being Monkey D. Luffy.
Maybe if he loses an eye.
Yeah, spot. Well, he's already fucked up his eye once.
Well, underneath his cheek, there's like a scar.
But that could have been.
He was smart enough not to fucking take his eyeball out, at least.
I'm saying that could be a foreshadowing of what's going to happen, though. He might lose that eye.
Even when Zoro stopped using his left eye because it's so constantly closed, he didn't even put an eye patch on it.
No. Did they ever give a reason for him doing that?
Still no.
Huh.
They don't even know if his eye is him. His eye must be fine. For all we know, we don't know.
No, he's just fighting with one eye closed.
Yeah, like maybe
Like a fucking handicap.
maybe his other eye is so strong compared to that one that he had to he had to strengthen the other one, right? And that's why he's been so misdirected his whole life, because he can't see half of the time.
They're trying to give a nod to Kenpachi Zaraki.
I don't know.
From Bleach, where he wears the patch all the times with his bells in the hair.
No idea. Maybe thought they didn't like each other,
but you never know. You never know.
Guess we'll find out. Chapter 2 is slower, but there's little hints everywhere.
There's hints everywhere, and Oda, it seems to love to give a bunch of foreshadowing to everything.
Yeah, that takes some true dedication to what you're doing.
Yeah, or at least when you do make an original idea, to carry that through
to the very end. Yeah.
Because imagine how many every time you do something like that, you lock yourself into more and more of what it's going to finally be at the very end.
And just make sure you don't tell enough that people are like, oh, so it's going to be that. And he's like, well, fuck. Kind of like how J.R.R. Martin fucked himself. Because everyone knew that, spoilers, but everyone knew that fucking Jon Snow was the daughter of Rhaegar. And
well, it was way too easy.
Yeah. And he's like, damn.
And everybody knew that Bran was going to do what he ended up doing. The only thing that nobody thought was going to be so stupid was Hodor. Hodor. It's like, what? So yeah.
I never thought I'd see Hodor's dick, but here we are. It's like episode 2, season 2, apparently. Fucking dick flapping. I'm like, what the fuck?
Only you would know that.
I know everything. I missed your skins in human form.
All right. Anything else to add before we head out today, then?
No. Just keep on watching One Piece.
All right.
I'll keep on reading it.
We'll see you guys on the next one then.